Hey guys, Mcogamer 27, we're back. Wow. We're playing Microsoft Simulator 2020. It's been a long time I haven't played this, guys. I've been so caught up, but I've been waiting for a while because there were, it took a long time for this simulator to get to on where it's at, and now I could honestly say that it's almost perfect. Nothing's perfect, but wow, it gets close. They have done so much. The performance, everything runs better now. The planes look better, everything. And now, I mean, even though this was an amazing software, my God, now it's even better. It's been a long time, so I actually reinstalled it because I just wanted to get a fresh install. It took about 4 hours because I have a lot of stuff. Because I also bought a lot of airport skins. It took about 3.5 hours. 3.5, 4 hours to reload everything. And then I did I bought a brand new hard drive for it. Clean. Cause I just wanted to run perfect. And wow, look how it looks now, guys. I hope you could really tell. Let me make sure that this is running. Yes, 1080p 60. Okay, guys, so you guys got that. Make sure that you guys are running 1080 60 on your YouTube. All right, guys. Today we're in LaGuardia Airport, LGA. And we're going to Boston, Massachusetts. All right, guys. So let's look around the airport. Very pretty. It's a beautiful day. It's 6:30 in the morning, 6:45. And yeah, look how nice. All right, guys. Let's hop in the cockpit. And let's get this party started. Let's get my grounds crew. Always shout out to the ramp guys. Guys, I did that for 10 years of my career. They don't get love the way supposed to. I mean, they never get the right love, man. Like all these ramp agents. They work so hard. The weather, the rain. And people, just because you don't see them, people don't care. But they're there. I know they're there. And those are my boys. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's get this party started. All right, let's look at all the cameras. Everything's working. Now, this is a Cessna Caravan. I love this plane. This plane feels so good. All right. All right. It's been a while that I haven't flown. All right, so let's get to the tower. Let's push. Oh wow, it tells you request remain in pattern. Straight out.
Ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra with Kilo request taxi to the active straight out departure.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway tree 1 via taxiway Zulu. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway tree 1 via taxiway Zulu Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay. Where everybody's at though. Okay, let me turn left because I don't want to hurt nobody. Alright, it's nice and easy because I don't want to hurt nobody. Get my boys, be careful. Beautiful. Beautiful day to fly, clear skies. And I'm running this thing at ultra now, believe it or not. Yes, at ultra settings. Yes, they really fixed the performance. That they got the new AMD FSR, and is working perfectly. It's this new mode that actually reconstructs the pixels, makes it a better image, and then half the performance. So yeah, I bumped it up to ultra, and this looks crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh yeah. Oh, I got allergies, guys. Excuse me. Oh, all right. Nice and easy. I love this plane. Like, it's fast, and and this is this plane you could actually
Tower Cessna
haul
Alpha
people
Sierra
on
X-ray
it.
Golf Sierra at runway tree 1 ready for departure, departing straight out.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra altimeter 29.9er 2 wind calm straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Okay. Let's get in the middle of the runway. Alright, before we do that, look, you see, guys, this holds 8 people. You could actually do some nice they also have some now, a campaign per se, that you could load people, and it just makes it more like realistic. And there's mods that you could put people on the plane, like, so. But like, I don't want to do the mods because then it hits the frame rate, all that. All right. All right. All right. Let's do the. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Whoa. Beautiful. There goes Manhattan in the back. And it's 159 nautical miles to Boston. And we have 8 people virtual on board, 8 customers.
X-ray Golf Sierra, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change. New York approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna Caravan 2 miles northeast of 4 November Yankee to 2,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, New York approach. Squawk 4471.
Squawk 4471 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Oh Lord. Oh, it's okay. I see what happened.
Northeast of 4 November Yankee to
That's fine.
2,900 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I have to tune the trim because it's been a long time. I have to the trim of the aircraft. I have to assign my controller to it because I have, of course, a throttle and everything here and a flight stick. Look how beautiful this looks. And we also have the cameras.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, contact New York approach on 120.8. Good day.
120.8 for Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. New York approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 5,500 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, New York approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
Absolutely beautiful.
Cessna 70 Yankee, contact New York approach on 126.4. Good day.
think we're gonna go about 10,000 feet. Look at my virtual customers, they're comfortable. Well, guys, I hope you guys are having a very nice day today. I've been gaming a lot, guys. It's been crazy, man. I've been playing so many games. I've been actually like I did a video over the weekend. I went to in Tampa, Florida. They got these called estate sales. Meaning that I guess the bank owns the house because the customers that people live there probably defaulted, and you know, everything the bank owns, and even the furniture, all like anything in the house. So what they do at that point, they actually sell, yeah, like, so the bank gets something back. I mean, they sell everything, man. A piece of cloth, a cup, 50 cents cup. I mean, the bank wants everything that they could get, you know. And actually, if you come to think about it, that is kind of sad, though, you know, that customers are in that state that, God forbid, you know, they lost their jobs and the bank took their house, and you know they have no money. So at that point, the bank owns everything, you know. But you know, it's sad. But then what they do is they get a 3-day sale. It's usually Thursday. It's usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's being the last day. The thing is that Sunday, all the good things, they're probably gone. But the good thing about the last day is that they put 50 to 70% off of everything. With that said, I went on a Sunday, and I got 2 premium games, 2 first-party games for the like Nintendo 64, and it's Mario Golf and Wave Race. And you know, I just did a retro series on them. Like within my retro series, I played both of them back to back for about 25 minutes, just for you guys to get an idea. And you know, I gotta say, Wave Race, it's a really good game. Like, it's so funny that people been telling me about that game for years. And you know, the way I collect is I buy the games that I want, for sure. Then now I don't hardly collect them more, in the sense like if I go retro hunting, if I find something I like, I just buy. If not, I mean, I have gone places and I don't buy nothing, because one, I already own it, because I've been so lucky. I've been doing it so long. Two, I don't have no interest for it. I'm not just gonna collect just cause. I'm gonna collect the games that I want to play. Now, of course, I have over 2,000 physical games. I haven't played all my games, but every game that I buy, I just do want to play it. It ain't like I want to leave it there for dust. But people were always telling me Wave Race was probably one of the best races within the like Nintendo 64. They even did a sequel on the like Nintendo GameCube, and I think it's called Blue Wave. Anyway, but it is a sequel to that. Now, mind you, the graphics are better, of course, because of the GameCube all that. But a lot of people, now I own both of them, but a lot of people don't like the one from the like Nintendo GameCube. It doesn't feel the same. They say that it lacks something, and it comes to show you that graphics isn't everything. It is gameplay. Perfect example. Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. The game runs 30 frames per, if that, because it drops a lot. But the gameplay is so compelling, right? The gameplay, it is so compelling that people enjoy that game. Like, that game is really, really good. This game is going to break records. And no, they don't got 4K, they don't have 60 frames. It's just a 30 subpar game, 30 frames per second. It looks beautiful though. The whole aesthetic of the game looks really nice. And yes, when there's not enemies or anything like that, the game runs at 30 locks. But once you start using the Ultra Hand, and once you start fighting against other enemies, the frame rate drops bad, like 20, 22. But it's the gameplay that is amazing, guys. Like in that game. So we're at 10,000 feet. Let's level off.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Boston Center altimeter 29.9er to continue as planned.
Let me lower the.
Cessna X-Ray Golf
Try to get it perfect.
New York approach on 124.075. Good day.
124.075 for Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Generic 402, contact Boston Center on 132.65. Good day.
That's fine right there. As long as it levels off. I think it's fine. If it stays there, it's fine. Let's see how it drops. Try to get it perfect. But yeah, so what I was saying, yeah, so Tears of the Kingdom, the gameplay is crazy. With that said, the point I'm making is that Wave Race, a lot of people like it better than like the Nintendo GameCube. I gotta say, Wave Race, the response time for that game, for its time, it feels good. The water quality, for its time, it probably was the best. The way the character moves, the whole animation, that's why it is a gem. That game is a gem. And that game isn't expensive, guys. Not at all. You know, and it just comes to show you, you know, that gameplay, it is the most important thing, guys. Gameplay. You know what I mean? What a beautiful thing. You know what I love about this game? Like, what this simulator is, sometimes I put some jazz music in the background, and I fight at night on my own, you know, like, you know, off camera, and just reminisce on things and hear some music in the background. It's a good, and this is on Game Pass, guys. So if you're on Game Pass, I bought the game, of course. The game is amazing. And look how beautiful this. It is perfect. Look how nice. But yeah, I've been playing that. I've been doing it was two interesting videos, and the Mario Golf was pretty good. I like the fact that it has a mini golf mode. That mode I played online, but they have regular golf. They have about 5 different modes, like in that game, and I think it's just awesome. Nintendo is an incredible company, guys. You know, you could say what you want, but that company, it is absolutely gifted. They're gifted. I mean, there is no way around it. What else I have played? I have played Hogwarts Legacy. Now I finished the story like a month ago, but for you to graduate, you need to be a certain level, and I just did that. And while it was really nice, I mean, it was just a short little clip, you know, but I finished the game completely, because even though I finished the campaign, I mean, I did the campaign, but you wasn't really finished up to you like graduate. But I was like 5 levels away, because I was level 29 when I finished the campaign, and you need level 34. And those levels are long. Like, I mean, to level up in that game is a grind. So it took me about another month to get 5 levels. Mind you, I wasn't hitting it hard though, but still, I did that yesterday, and I did record the clip, me graduating, because that felt pretty cool. That's Hogwarts Legacy, and you know, it's so funny about that game, right? Like, listen, guys, I respect people. I respect people's opinions. God bless them. But when they try to boycott that game, I knew it was going to happen, because you can't tell people what to do. You have to respect people. And you know, I loved Harry Potter. And I'm not thinking about the author. I'm not thinking about, now, if this person was like a mass murderer, that's different. But the person was just sharing a role in her. She was sharing her opinion. And even though I don't agree, disagree, that's between her and God. But she had really nothing to do with the game. She only sold the license. With that said, that game, it is a gem. That game is definitely without no doubt, that game is gonna be game of the year conversations. Absolutely, it'll be in the conversation. No way around that one. You know what I mean? But wow, look how nice, huh? Now, guys, you are aware that this is a 1-for-1, so this is streaming as I am doing this game. It is streaming all this information from like Google Maps. It's crazy. Look how realistic this looks. Now, since I'm running it on like ultra settings, the paint looks better on the plane. The buildings look better. Maybe we're gonna do a tour of like Africa because they have a lot of the animals, and I may do that. Tour Africa, the elephants and the lions, all that stuff, you know.
127.8 for Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
We are 99 nautical miles away from Boston. Of course, this is real time. Like, that's the exact time it'll take you to get, if you're in this plane, the Grand Caravan, it will take you an hour, 52 minutes exactly. 52, 55 minutes. So what else I have played? So like I said, over the weekend, I did do Nintendo 64 Wave Race, and I did Mario Golf. Oh, Mario Golf. That was a lot of fun. Very, very charming game. And then, like I said, Wave Race. Wow, that game is amazing. For its time, I could imagine the way people felt playing that game at its given time. That must have been crazy. Someone asked me about my GameCube collection. Again, I am not a completionist. Like some people, that's too much money and that's crazy. I buy the games I want. Like, I love Scooby-Doo. Anyone that knows me knows I love that game. Those games. And I love that character. That's my childhood character, guys. I remember I was in middle school when it first came out, like in 1978, 79, something like that. My mom, when I used to wake up a half hour early on purpose to watch the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And now I own a set because I don't have a Game Boy game. That's the only handheld that I don't own. But I got the PSP, I have the Nintendo DS, the Xbox. I am a proud owner of and the PS1. I have every Scooby-Doo game that ever came out for all the consoles, except for the Game Boy. But the Game Boy, it is the same games, but at a lower resolution. So pretty much I have every Scooby-Doo game, guys, for the PSP. The PSP has a good one, guys. And also the Nintendo DS is good, but it's nothing like the PSP. Then of course the Xbox OG. I got all three of them. That is the trifecta that I own. And the best Scooby-Doo game that has the original foes, like the original antagonists, it is Scooby-Doo 100 Frights. Scooby-Doo 100 Frights. Oh my god, that game is like you're playing Scooby-Doo. You are playing the series. It is amazing. I've been playing a PC game that I love, Elite Force 1 and 2. Elite Force, it is of course a Star Trek game made by the Unreal Engine back in the day. And I remember that I bought Elite Force when I was working at CompUSA as a manager. It was a $60 release. And the year before that, Max Payne came out, and I bought a $500 megahertz Pentium with a Voodoo 2. Then a year later, Elite Force, the first one came out, but it needed more power. So I had to get, so then I had to get a Pentium 750 megahertz, and then I still had the Voodoo 2, but that ran it well. And Elite Force, and then like Elite Force 2 are tremendous Star Trek games. The first person shooters. But my god, especially Elite Force 2. I mean, Elite Force is really good, but the graphics are like a little dated. But on Elite Force 2, so on the first one, Elite Force, you have Janeway, Captain Janeway, from like Voyager. And you got Kbos, all original voice actors. But in Elite Force 2, that the graphics are better than, you have Jean-Luc Picard, and you on the U.S. Enterprise. God, you know what? And I'm playing it right now on my channel, and I'm about 3 hours away from like finishing it, and then I will finish that game soon online. So if per se you are a Trekkie, make sure you play Elite Force. Now, Elite Force, the first one came out for the Xbox and the PS2. I own the PS2 version. It's very hard to find, but I found that one. I bought that years ago. Elite Force, the original one. Elite Force 2 only came out on PC, and I bought it on PC. So I got it physically though. It's a physical on the PC, and I love that game. My God. And I'm playing it now, like I said. But it's so funny. Elite Force 2 didn't come out for the consoles. Only Elite Force, the first one. So I've been playing that online. What else I could tell you guys? Yeah, so with my GameCube collection, I have about maybe 100 GameCube games, but I have the heavy hitters though, guys. Well, the heavy hitters for me. I don't do things just like to follow a trend. I do things because I want to, okay? You know, I'm a leader in my life, and I'm not a follower. I buy the games I want to play. I'm gonna buy, if it's a $5 game that I love, I'm gonna collect it. If it's a $100 game that I don't like, but it's worth a lot of money later, I don't care. It's about what I like to play. So I'm not a completionist at all. But the GameCube, I have about 100, but I got the heavy. But I have a lot of heavy hitters, man. I have Internal Darkness. I have a heavy hitters on that game, in that console. I have Twin Snakes. I have, you know. So a lot of people tell me, how is it? Now, mind you guys, I own 2,000 physical games, but that's besides, you know, and I have about 30 different consoles. But I also own a pretty, like my own mini arcade from Arcade 1-Up. I own about 9 to 10 machines on that. And people ask me, yo, how does it feel like owning all these games, like the PS3? I have about 125 PS3 games, heavy hitters. All the, like, I have the first party ones for like the PS3. I have them, guys, and I have heavy hitters because I like them, not because I'm following a trend. I just like them. I have heavy hitters, and they say, you know, how does it feel? Like sometimes I walk in the house, like I don't think nothing of it, but there are times I just walk in and I look at my shelves, and I got so many great games from the 80s all the way to now. But like the PS3, the GameCube, the Xbox OG, the PS2, you know, there was no digital era at that time. It was, you own the game, you know, and I can't explain it, but just owning a game, just like physically really owning a game, and owning 2,000 of them at that, it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's I feel proud. I feel blessed. I had a guy in my job ask me, Jimmy, would you he told me, listen, I wanna collect for games. I said, well, collect for this generation. Like, you could collect for the PS3. It is good still. I mean, you could collect for what you want, but the Xbox 360 is a good time to collect because the games are not expensive. But anything like GameCube and NES, they're expensive, guys. I mean, I've been in this game a long time. Like, I have the Sega Genesis. I have tons of Sega Genesis games. Those games are worth a lot of money now. I have PS1 games that are worth a lot of money, but I bought them years ago, 10 years ago. Actually, I have my holy grail for my PS1. I own it right here. Let me see if I could get. I can't reach it right now. It is Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Black Label, because they came in different labels. I got the most expensive label, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Is the best, I think, hands down, Castlevania game. And I own it for the PS1. That game is worth over $100, $150, easy, and I got it complete in box. So that's my holy grail for that one. So everyone has a holy grail, each of them. Like each, the PS2, I own the gangster one, Fight from New York, whatever. Like with all the old rappers. That game is worth about $300, and I own it for the PS2, complete in box. Now, mind you, I bought that game. That game was always expensive though, but I bought that game about before COVID, way before, about 5-6 years ago. I got it for $65, and people were telling me, "You paying $65 for that game?" Now it's worth $300. $300 that game is worth now. Fight for New York, whatever, yeah. I got it for the PS2. And then I had the first one, Evenda. Anyway, I forgot the game. And now, like I said, I like that game. It's expensive, but I didn't buy it because it was expensive. I bought it because I liked the game and I like the rappers, because the rappers in that game I was raised with in the 80s. So it had a lot of nostalgia to it. Also, on the Xbox OG, I have all the Rocky series. Like, you know, back then, it's so funny, right? How like times has changed. Back then, the actors used to beg to be in video games to put the name out there. Now, you can't afford them. So back then, in that generation, the Xbox, PS2, a lot of actors, they were willing to like voice act on their original characters that they played. With that said, like, I got the Rocky series, right? They got 3 Rocky games. I own all of them for the Xbox OG. And in that era, there was a lot of good IPs that were transformed and they're like imported into the game genre. You know what I mean? And like I said, I have The Simpsons. Hit and Run is one of the best Simpsons games ever made. And then I got it for the Xbox OG. That game came out for the GameCube, Xbox OG, and the PS2. But you're going to get the best performance, the highest resolution on the Xbox OG. Because at the given time, the Xbox OG was the most powerful console at the given time. With that said, Simpson hit and run. But then for the Xbox 360 era, they made Simpsons the game that I own. Another excellent game. Now, I got a question. Are you going to get a Simpson games now? Nope. Because Fox will ask too much money for the IP, okay? And they'll give you 10 years to just, like, so the way games work, guys, especially with the music and all that stuff, that's why games get delisted. That's why physical games, they make a contract for, let's say, 5 to 10 years. Mostly it's 10 years, right, for that license. Once the license is up, right, Microsoft, everyone, they have to go back to relicense it. But now they're gonna charge a fortune. And then number two is sometimes Fox don't even want to give the license no more, because that is their choice. And if they do want to rent the license again for another 10 years, they're gonna charge them millions of dollars. That Xbox and Sony and GameCube, Nintendo's gonna say it's not worth it because the game is already 10 years old. So that's why, like, Simpsons Hit and Run, guys, if you are a game collector, please get that game. That game, it is amazing. It is an open world GTA style, and for the Simpsons. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, we are 53 nautical miles away from Boston. But yeah, and I tell you what, it is amazing, those games. Now for the Xbox 360, they made Simpsons the game. So that one came out for the PS3, Xbox 360, right? And excellent. Now it's in 1080p, higher def. The game looks amazing. And I own it for the Xbox 360. Now, these games ain't cheap, man. Like, actually, Simpsons, the game for the Xbox 360, is actually more money than actually the Simpsons Hit and Run. I also own another Simpsons game that is a carbon copy of like Crazy Taxi. It's just the skin, but that was for the Xbox OG PS2 era, and I own that one too. But I'm saying, but role-playing games, the Simpsons Hit and Run, and then for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, Simpsons the game. That game is about $70 right now. You could get Hit and Run for about $45, $50 now. If you get it on sale. But the Simpsons is about $70 to $80 right now. Then, of course, for the Xbox OG, for the Wii, and for the PS2, Scarface came out. Now, of course, Al Pacino, it is not playing his voice. I wish they did, man. I don't know what happened that they couldn't get him. But Scarface was really... That's a good game. That's another open world GTA style. And I own it for the Xbox OG. You want to get it for the Xbox OG anyway. Or the PS2, but that game's for about 75 to 100 now. I don't see it less than 70, and then I've seen it as much as for 100, depending where you go. So that game is about... So the premises of that game is you start at the mansion. Remember the ending? Okay, everyone already seen this game, like that movie, right? So I'm not gonna. But if you haven't seen that movie yet, so So you are like not even human, right? Scarface. So at the end of the movie, guys, right? They kill, okay, Tony Montana in the mansion. In this game, the game starts at the mansion, right? But Tony Montana don't get killed. He kills everybody. But they thought he died. So then he loses everything, his money, his power. So the premises of this game is that you have to regain everything you lost. It's a good game, guys. It's a long game too. It's about 15 hours. I haven't really finished it. I'm like 3/4 of the way. Now the good thing about that game is that you could play it on the Xbox 360 if you have any Xbox hard drive. It could be external or like the internal. It will not work unless you have a hard drive. Like you could put sometimes you can use any hard drive just to save games, but for that Microsoft game, for that particular game, Scarface, you need to get the internal hard drive for the Xbox 360 or even the Xbox 360 external hard drive. As long as it's Microsoft certified. But if you get the internal one, it's cheap online. It's like $15. And just get a 60 gig, pop it in, and then it's backwards compatible on the Xbox 360. But again, you must have a Microsoft, not third party, a Microsoft internal or external certified Microsoft hard drive, and then the game will run. Now, what's so funny is it's running by emulation, of course. They got a software on the Xbox 360. Not all games run good. Like now they do, like with the new technology, like they're backwards compatible. I mean, the game runs, but it runs better on the Xbox OG. It runs smoother. For some reason, the emulation on the Xbox 360 for that game, for only that game, because there's some other games that run perfect or even better, but for that game particularly, Scarface, it runs not good on the Xbox 360. Now, if that's the only way you could run it, well, run it. I mean, and just play it. But it runs better on the Xbox OG. It runs really good because it was designed and made for it. That is original hardware. That is another thing. Like, a lot of people always, guys, look. You could run. I have a powerful computer. My nephews have a powerful computer. They could run any game. You could get Dolphin. You could run XQ. You could run, all these games in 4K, 60. They could get the video right, but the sound, and sometimes there's pop-ins and such glitches. Yes, emulation is good now, but it doesn't run okay, so the PS1 games run really good, but anything after that, anything after the GameCube and up, you have a 3080, 3090 Ti, it doesn't matter because you are using software to run those games. It's not using the hardware on your computer. So you are actually what is the word I'm looking for? You're at the mercy of the software of the emulation software. Now Dolphin is pretty good. Dolphin, they've been doing it for years. They've been working on it. But guys, when I run my streams, they look not the best at all because I have a converter that converts. I don't even upscale my games. There is converters that upscale it. I don't want to do that. I want to look the way it looked, the way it was. So I just convert the signal. I'm not even upscaling. So I just did wave rates. When you look at it, it looks like an original N64 because there's no upscale. It's just, it is what it is from original hardware. And that's what I want to bring to my channel, like originality, like authenticity. To be authentic. Now I don't have nothing. I do not, I repeat, I respect people that use those softwares to run their, enjoy. If you're having fun with the game, God bless. I just prefer, me personally, to use original hardware because there's nothing like it. Like the sound, the music, like always. Sometimes you get video, sometimes you get like too many pop-ins. I mean, when you run original hardware, right, guys, you are playing it the way the game was meant to play at the given time. Those games were developed for that hardware, just like now, God of War, Ragnarok, right? That game looks so good, it run, but the game was specifically made for the PS4, PS5 architecture. Specifically. Now, is my computer more powerful than the PS5? Absolutely. Even if they have a software that could run PS5 games, it's not gonna run like on the first thing. It takes years of like development for that. Because even Dolphin's been out for 10, 15 years and they still can't get it perfect. They're getting close, but it's not perfect. Guys, nothing is like the real thing. Nothing is like the real McCoy. I did a post on my Facebook the other day. I have the Sonic games. Perfect example, right? How many times those games been ported to the PS2, PS1? I mean, I got those games so many ways. I mean, on PS2, on PS1, on the Xbox, I got them. They have all these gem collections. I got all of them. But when I turn on my Genesis and I have my Sonic OG, something about it when I play on the original Sonic 2, the original hardware, the sound is more bassier. I know something because it was designed for that hardware. All right, guys, we are getting close. We're 22 nautical miles away from Boston. And wow, look at that, guys. But like I was saying, nothing is like the real thing, man. Nothing. You know, people have virtual this, virtual that. There's nothing. Like, you could text people, right? You could text, you could talk on the phone, but there's nothing like going out with a person, your friends, your boys, a girl, physically meeting up in a bar, having dinner, having a couple of beers, because that's the real thing. That's authentic. That's nature. That's the way we supposed to really socialize. You know, by shaking hands, hugging. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my brother? Give me pound. You know, when you touch somebody, what's up, brother? That's all about the human bond. Like, that's nature. That's something tangible. You know what I mean? I know people that they do online dating, all that, and that's cool to me. But you know what, man? Just go out there, man. Just go to a library or just people in your job, like, you know, meet somebody like that organically. I'm telling you, that's the best way how to do it, guys. That's the only way. You know what I mean? Now, Online dating is good. Like if you just want to just see someone, okay, because we all need to be, of course, when you first meet someone, physically attracted. Um, Not at my age no more, because I think if it's a good girl, a good person, I just look at that because I'm in my 50s already. But yes, but you know, a younger person, physiology is important, of course. I mean, you got to find them attractive, vice versa. A girl got to find the guy attractive at when you're younger. But then, you know, once you look at the online dating, okay, so like you look at somebody online dating, right? You found that person attractive, you know, female, male, male, female, don't matter, either or. And then you write to them, and then you meet, but you have to meet, okay? Okay, so at least you like that person physically, but that's nothing. That's that's nothing. That's just a shell. Your skin is just a shell. But then comes you to get to know that person, their emotions, the way they look at things, their personalities, the sense of humor, no sense of humor. Do they laugh? They don't laugh. Do you guys get along? Do you guys like the same thing? Or you know, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. And I think technology is good, but technology has killed, to me, our social skills in our society. You know, my son, Gabriel, my son, he's 19, and I remember when he was in school, everything was text, text, text. I said, no, you got to go out there and play with your friends, physically, go play basketball, or that, and I made him do it because there's nothing like playing with your friends outside. All right, guys, let's get ready to land this baby. All right, we're going to start to descend. Wow. Woo! We are descending. Actually, let me look at them.
Boston approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cleared through Bravo airspace Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
How they want us to come in. Okay, I got it. All right, guys, we're making lower the flaps. Oh yeah. Look at the city of Boston. Look at the city of Boston right there. Where's downtown? Whoa. There goes downtown Boston right there. Downtown was still rendering, guys, because the buildings are in ultra. They look really good. It's just that they were still rendering. You see the buildings down there, and they got a little football field. Let me show you right here. Look how good ultra looks, guys. Check out these buildings. Look how good they look. You got the football field. They got a baseball field on this side. Downtown Boston. Like once everything renders in, remember guys, this is real time, so it's actually updating the real buildings in real time. So it takes a time because it's using the internet as well. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at the trees in ultra. My God, everything looks so good. Nice and easy. Oh, we're perfect here. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston, Massachusetts. A little bit off the middle line, but that was a beautiful landing. I gotta give it to myself when I do it right. Let me see if it gives me this. Stop. Woo. Okay. Let's Boston ground.
Boston ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to the gate. Taxiing to gate Charlie 14 via taxiway Hotel Foxtrot cross runway for left Foxtrot Bravo Quebec Alpha Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Beautiful. Well guys, thank you for wow, okay. There we go. We got nice and even here, guys. Nice. City of Boston. Mm-hmm. Got a taxi. Alright, busy airport today, but everybody's moving, everybody's... Wow, you know what? This is running better than ever. Like I said, they did a lot of updates for performance. I am running it at Ultra, but what's so funny is that it's just running so good. A good experience, consistent frame rate. I did lock the frame rate, because inconsistency of the frame rate hurts experience. If you got it locked and if it doesn't move, you get a consistent experience. That's in anything, in like any video game is true. You want consistency with the frame rate. When you're playing 30 frames and it drops to 20, it is very jarring. So I'd rather have it locked at 30. Alright, let's do this. Okay, let me not talk now. We gotta... I want to respect my boys, because they tagged me in. I gotta make sure everything is right. I don't want... Okay, follow them, and... Perfect! Okay. Put the brakes on. Let me... Okay. Shut off the motor, the engine. Look at the texture on that, on the hood. Okay, let me shut off the avionics. All right, so it took us 59 minutes exactly. We were sure it was supposed to be 52, but probably the takeoff. All right. All right, guys, we're in Boston Logan. Everybody's moving good. All right, guys, we had a safe, beautiful flight. All right, guys, this is Mcogamer 27. Thank you. Thank you. Subscribe, share, and like. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. Peace.